Takes the handoff. It's sticky. Powers through the defender. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Motion from the back. Fresh center downs going to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. Makes a man miss. There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Drops back on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's sticky. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
From the red zone, it's Joyner. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff to Joyner. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Sets his feet. It's Hammond. Finds his big tight end. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. Here's Ncaa to throw. Out wide right, it's Vaughn. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Follows his blocks. It's Fletcher. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the 1st down. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Hurricanes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Throwing, Ncaa. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
3rd and 3. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Ncaa. A shot for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Canes! Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Lee. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Nowhere to go. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Rushes on. They cough it up inside their 3.
Nice job by the defense, playing fast, playing physical, upfield, forcing the fumble. They can't fall on it. They can't get the touchdown themselves, but they force the safety and put points on the board.
Number 4 is tackled down at the 18, and the Miami offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Offense in a bunch formation. Here's Darian Ncaa to throw. Left side is Lofton. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
Keeps it moving, it's Fletcher. Knocked down immediately.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Darian Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point puts them on top 10-9. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Ncaa to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Hammond. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Simmons. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, gonna throw it. Moving out to the right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He leaves it with the back. Thrust that arm out.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he could hit that turbo button.
Oh, pressure's coming. Left side, it's Vaughn. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Throwing, Ncaa. Escapes the pressure to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Right side, it's Lofton. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Set it down's going up top. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Ncaa. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with the Temple Owls, taking on the number 16 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's Temple able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. The victory caps off a 7-5 regular season. Not the best outcome, but you'd have to think a bowl invite is on the way. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Using his legs, it's Pringle. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
On the move. He'll pull it down and run. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here's a give to Joyner. Got the first out. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Coleman Williams. Runs through a tackle. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Making the adjustment on the play. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Fires toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get them.
Snags it and he's open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First and 10 coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. That's reeled in. It's Pringle. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Wants to go up top on second down. He makes the catch. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Canes will snap it on first and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Pringle. They put the brakes on him.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Here's Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Rush right in his face. Another incompletion on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Never a doubt. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Swamped immediately.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll get rid of it. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Throwing, Ncaa. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Give to the single back. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground. He's got it again. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Ncaa, buying time to his right, trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Out wide left, it's Vaughn. And he is stopped short, well short of the marker as the defense stands tall.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give is to Williams. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Left side is Simmons. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Wants to throw one first. Under pressure. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And after the turnover, there's a man still down, and we have an injury on the field. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. Hurricanes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They just got a huge break, and now they need to put this ball into the end zone. A field goal really doesn't... all by himself down the middle. He is in! Touchdown, Hurricanes!
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Boy, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. He's got it. The 2-point try is good, and we are tied here in the 4th. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Quentin one more time. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. He's at the 30.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Here's Ncaa to throw. Out wide right, it's Vaughn. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Pringle. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Throwing, Ncaa. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Ncaa lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stepping to the right. On the move, he fires. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Williams. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And this offense can stay balanced because they still have those 3 timeouts in their pocket. They need to put a good drive together, but right now they're continuing to stay balanced. They might need to get a little pass happy and a little bit more aggressive after this.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Francis. Look out! Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it down the seam. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal range.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Fletcher. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. Hard running there. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the 1st down. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. Not gonna make it. And the 4th down gamble backfires.
And you can consider me surprised. I didn't think they'd go for it in this situation. 4th quarter, game tied. I'm shocked. I'm surprised now. The defense has to come out there, make sure they get some stops here, give their offense another chance to go redeem themselves.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Making the adjustment. Wide receiver comes in motion. Drops back. It's Francis. The quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Drops back on 1st down. They're all over him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Joyner again. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. On 3rd down, here's Quentin Joyner. There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Motion from the back. They'll run with Joyner. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider! They jump on top here in OT. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Right side, it's Fletcher. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Looking for space, it's Fletcher. Good, strong tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
set a throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it then.
4th and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. And the takeaway is the exclamation point. The game saver for the win.